Hey everybody, it's meteorologist Brad Panovich for SkiSoutheast.com. What an amazing MLK weekend it was. The slopes were packed, it was cold, it was snowy. So before I get to the forecast, let's just take a second to look at what's going on with this season because it really is quite incredible. And what I like showing you here is the seasonal snowfall so far across the Southeast. This is since the end of September. So just real quickly, you can kind of see some of the snowfall amounts that we're seeing up in West Virginia. I mean, man, if you're up at Beach, up from Beach to Snowshoe, you know it's been a great year. But up towards Snowshoe, Canaan Valley, Timberline, I mean, look at some of these totals. You're up here in the 36 to 44 inches already. And for North Carolina, you see some of these totals, you know, it's over a foot to 20 inches. The fact that we're even at that stage so early in the season, especially compared to the last couple seasons, really is a testament to how good this season has been from really the beginning of December on. Now, we haven't had a really huge storm at any one point. We've had a lot of cold temperatures, and we've had just enough of these little systems that just keep tallying up. And this past weekend was a prime example. I mean, it snowed every single day. It wasn't maybe an inch or two, 3 inches a day, but it was pretty impressive to see that much snow falling over the holiday weekend. So let's talk about the forecast because here's the thing. We've actually got more snow on the way. Northwest flow tonight through early Tuesday. Kind of another surge of moisture moves into the southeast, and you can see it there. Pretty good little setup here. And again, a lot like what happened this past weekend, you're probably looking at maybe 1 to 3 inches with some higher amounts up towards Snowshoe, maybe 4 to 6, because it seems always overproduced there. And then another surge coming in on Wednesday, which is a little bit more of a lake connection. And when you look at that band right there, aimed right at Snowshoe. That's coming off of Lake Michigan. And I think maybe up towards Wisp could get one of those bands as well. Probably not as much down here into North Carolina. But again, I'm going to have snow in the forecast for Wednesday as well. And again, maybe a couple more inches. Now, middle of the week, we've got a fast-moving frontal system that's probably going to bring some rain or snow. I'm going to throw snow in the forecast because I think it'll be a quick hitter. Marginal temps, so probably not the fluffiest of snow. That moves through, and then into the weekend, we should stay dry initially, but there could be a couple more flurries on Saturday up for the West Virginia, Maryland resorts a little farther south. This is a pretty cold air mass here for the weekend. So, you know, overall, that looks like pretty good snowmaking, at least to start the weekend. As we go into Sunday, it starts to modify a little bit, but that's a big high sitting over us. So a cold weekend with great snowmaking. What I'm watching next week is, and I'll get you a little excited for this, the pattern next week is very fascinating. Pretty active storm track right across the southeast. Problem is, the track's a little farther north and the cold air isn't quite as established, but this far out, I wouldn't read too much into this because I think potentially both of these storms, the one early in the week and then the one especially Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, that's a storm to watch right there. This has potential to be a significant system. The cold air kind of over New England, a typical high pressure system up to the north. Warm, moist air coming in here. The warm front's right in here. Low pressure right here. I'd love to see this tug just a hair to the south to bring in some colder air. But that's a pretty good looking setup right there for next week. And just to show you the snowfall forecast, I'll show you, there's the Tuesday, Wednesday system. Notice how, 2 to 4 up towards West Virginia, maybe some 6-inch amounts at Snowshoe. And then going into the weekend, a little bit more northwest flow. But here comes that big system early next week. And you can see early in the week, man, that could really hammer West Virginia into Maryland and Virginia. Now, I don't think this is going to come. This probably is not going to happen. But that is definitely a system that potentially could, depending if it goes north or south, east or west, could shift that heavy snow north or south. So just something to keep in mind as we go into next week. So here's a quick look at the forecast. I probably should have kept Sunday in the snowmaking category, but I was a little wary of that late day warm up. So they could probably make snow during the day on Sunday, but it could be one of those things by Sunday night the temperatures become a little marginal. But more snow in the forecast for Tuesday, Wednesday, into Thursday, a little marginal for North Carolina. But then going into the weekend, Great snowmaking Friday, Saturday, and most of Sunday. It's really Sunday night into Monday that I'm a little worried about. And I could change that, I think, maybe coming up on Wednesday. If it looks like it's trending a little bit colder overnight, we certainly could change that. So great start to the weekend. Love to see where we are here in the middle of the season. We've got a long ways to go. If this keeps up, this could be one of the best seasons in about 3 seasons. The last 2 years, it was tough. There were great weekends. We timed out the weekends. But consistently this year, from a consistency standpoint, it's been pretty amazing. So as always, everybody, think snow. I love the pattern next week. Could get really interesting for maybe a big one finally for everybody.